Since the first time I saw the trailer of Flight Simulator 2020 back in E3 2019, I was simply amazed. The breathtaking graphics and visuals, the city's details, weather conditions, and of course the planes themselves. The trailer was just too good to be true. Almost a year after that teaser, we got our hands on the game. The question is, did Microsoft and Xbox Studios deliver the experience that we were all expecting from what we saw in the trailer? What's up everyone and welcome to a new video. My name is Omar with Real Gamer Review, and today we are reviewing the newly released Flight Simulator 2020, and I'll be showing one flight that I managed to pull off after almost 2 weeks of training. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and liking the video and turn on the bell icon to see more videos like this one. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Before diving deeper into the video, a quick disclaimer. This is my first time playing a flight sim ever, and I've been learning for almost 2 weeks now, mainly from YouTube videos. So if the trip is not that good, take it easy on me in the comments. So, since we cleared that up, let's start. So to answer the question that I've mentioned before, did the sim meet our expectations or not? Well, it did for sure, but with some annoying issues. Let me explain. First thing is the flight training. I would say it's good, but minimal. You will definitely learn the basics of flying through it, but only for one type and model of planes. And as you might have guessed, it's the most basic plane. So after finishing those tutorials, you are out on your own. If you are like me and this is your first sim and you try to go after the training to fly another plane, you'll get overwhelmed. There are tons of buttons and screens which you have no idea what they do. And of course, each plane is different. And all of that was not available or explained in the training. So basically, after the training, you'll be able to only fly the Cessna 152, period. If you wish to fly any other plane, you are totally on your own. The game won't help you whatsoever. There is an option for AI to control the plane, which is shown as the co-pilot, but still, if you turn that on, there is no explanation for what's happening, and it will just do everything super quick. You won't be able to keep up by watching. So you will need to do a lot of online reading and watch more YouTube tutorials to learn. I've been learning that way on a daily basis for almost 2 weeks now. And I've barely learned the main things to fly and land, the Airbus A320neo, which is only one other plane. So if you want to play this sim, you will need a lot of patience to learn. After finishing the basic flight training lessons, you can take your Cessna 152 throughout the world map to set up any flight you desire. You can of course take any other plane at any given time, but I wouldn't recommend that if you haven't learned yet how to operate it, as it can become a very frustrating experience. Anyways, back to the world map. So here you can set up your departure and arrival airport, and the list is gigantic. They have most of the whole world airports, and I'm pretty sure the missing ones will be added later on with future updates. After choosing the desired airports, you get to choose the plane and also determine almost everything related to the flight. Plane liveries, although they are not added yet, probably with a future update as well. Weight and balance of the plane, failures, ATC options like tail number, call sign, and flight number. You can choose as well if you want to start on the runway with the plane ready to fly right away, or on one of the ramps or gates to start everything from scratch. I would recommend, if you are new with the whole flight sim thing, to start from the runway, and after you advance a bit, start from the ramp or the gate to get a more authentic experience. You can also choose the IFR, ILS, approach, and all of that stuff before starting the flight, but those options are a bit advanced, so I would recommend leaving them on default until you learn a bit more. Lastly, before starting your flight, you can choose the weather conditions, traffic, time, and multiplayer options. For the weather, traffic, and time, you can choose the live options, which will give you the real-time updates for all three at the location you chose for the flight. But be aware, as this will take up some data from your internet connection. As for the multiplayer, if you turn it on, it will put other real players' flights with you. And speaking about data, there is another option that you can turn on, which is called Bing Data World Graphics, which basically takes satellite images and processes them with the help of the game AI into almost lifelike graphics. And the results are simply amazing. but it can take gigabytes of data out of your internet connection, and I do warn you about that in the game before turning that feature on. Of course, there are tons of things to do in total when it comes to the gameplay part, but I tried to cover all the main things that might help you make your decision for the purchase. But if you want more info, you will find a lot of videos out on YouTube. So coming to the graphics and visuals part, for sure they delivered on that part, and you can have an experience exactly as the one you saw in the trailers, but at the same time the game has some bad optimization, especially in the big airports. A lot of people are complaining that they are getting mediocre frame rates even on the RTX 280 Ti, which is the best graphics card in the market currently till of course the release of the RTX 3000 series starting this September. Honestly, I'm not sure if it's bad optimization or it's just because the graphics and visuals are so advanced to the point that the current gen of graphics cards are kind of struggling with it. So maybe now it will be a similar case like the one that we had back in 2007 with Crysis when it was first released. Can your PC run Flight Simulator? Of course, this game doesn't feature any music except a basic one during the game loading and the menus. So let's jump straight to the audio and the sound effects. Well, long story short, Microsoft and Xbox Studios managed to deliver a very authentic experience throughout the sim audio and sound effects exactly as they did with the visuals and graphics. Almost everything sounds perfect. The different planes' engines, rudders, the takeoff, landing, clicks of buttons, and a lot more that I won't be able to mention, but when you are playing this sim, especially with good headphones or sound system, you will be totally immersed into the experience. So coming to this part, I would say it's a job well done, and I didn't find any noticeable issues when it comes to the audio part. Before going to the conclusion, a few cons I would like to mention. If you think that the game is perfect, unfortunately you are not quite right. The game has its issues and I'll tell you why. As I mentioned before, there is the frame rate issue, which can be a problem for a lot of people. Also, there is a lot of people complaining that the whole game is crashing a lot. I personally didn't face that issue till the last update that I've installed 2 days ago. And since that update, the game crashed almost 6 times, which is a bit frustrating honestly, especially that the game always crashes in the middle of long flights. There is also the addition of the weird glitches that I've encountered, like car traffic going inside some of the airports, some airport vehicles behaving in a weird way. Those are some of the examples that I managed to capture, and I'm pretty sure other people encountered some weird glitches like those. Another frustrating issue that I didn't encounter personally, but other people did. So basically the game installs a 1 GB file only, and when clicking the game icon after that initial installation, the real installation starts, and with it comes a 90 GB download. And it takes a pretty long time even if you have a good internet connection, as it installs each part of the game while it downloads. So the people who bought the game on Steam, they automatically lost their refund feature, as Steam gives you a 2-hour window of gameplay to ask for a refund for the game. I didn't face that issue as I had the game with Game Pass, so mainly it was Microsoft Launcher. But still, it's an annoying issue and worth mentioning. So basically, the game still needs a bit work to become better, and hopefully we see some updates resolving those issues soon. While Flight Simulator 2020 still has issues and glitches here and there, still, the game is one of the best looking sims out there till date. You will definitely get a very interesting visual and authentic sim experience out of this one. I would totally recommend, if you are into flight sims, to give this one a try, as I would consider it to be one of the best sims made in the last decade. And now, since everyone is posting flights from this sim on YouTube, I will leave you with parts of one of my recent flights. Not as good as the experienced players, of course, but I hope you would still enjoy it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to watch more videos like this one.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320, could you please send the baggage?
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320 baggage is on the way.
Ground Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320, could you please send the catering truck?
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320, the catering truck is on the road.
Ground Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320, could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320, the jetway is going to be connected. Ground generic Sierra uniform. Mike Victor Bravo requesting the end of pushback. Generic Sierra uniform. Mike Victor Bravo requests to end pushback received. Ground generic Sierra uniform. Mike Victor Bravo with Sierra ready to taxi IMR. Generic Sierra uniform. Mike Victor Bravo taxi to and hold short of runway 23 left using taxiway Sierra Tango Lima cross runway 23 center Lima Hotel 2 Foxtrot 1.
Ground Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320, requesting pushback.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320 pushback request accepted.
Ground Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320, requesting pushback to steer the aircraft to the left.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320, your request has been transmitted to the operator.
Ground Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320, requesting the end of pushback.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-Ray 320 request to end pushback received.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20 ready for IFR departure runway 23 center.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20 cleared for takeoff runway 23 center.
Cleared for takeoff runway 23 center Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20.
X-ray, Papa X-ray, please expedite your descent to 4,000 feet.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 2011 miles southwest of Sharm el Sheikh. Request IFR to Sharm el Sheikh. Ready to copy.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20 is cleared to Sharm el Sheikh Airport as filed. Squawk 6554. Generic X-ray, Papa X-ray, descend and maintain 2,200 feet. Descend and maintain 2,200 feet. Generic X-ray, Papa X-ray. Airbus 69er, turn right heading 035. Proceed on course climb and maintain 11,000 feet.
Turn right heading 035. Resume on navigation climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Airbus tree 20.
Airbus tree 20. Generic X-ray, Papa X-ray traffic is Generic X-ray, Papa X-ray, have the traffic.
Airbus tree 20 have the generic in sight. Airbus tree 20, please expedite your climb to 11,000 feet.
300. 200.
Airbus tree 20, climb and maintain 2,200 feet.
100. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.